Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Bashan, Shalom, to our brothers out there. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Bashan, shout to our sisters. This is I.S.U.K. New Orleans, Shreveport, Bossier, from out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And our job is to educate blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and First Nation people about their true heritage, and that can be found in the Bible. And, been having so much stuff going on, like their ass shooting in Illinois. You got guys just on the roof sniping people out of their Jewish neighborhood. We got all that going on. We got murders in our streets here. You know, everything going on. That's why we need to come back. Just like Zephaniah 12, say, gather yourselves together. Yeah, you'll gather yourselves together, O nation, not desire. That talk about us. We are our nation, not desire. We're not careful. They figure education wasted on us. They figure resources is wasted on us. They feel like we are nothing to be to have anything spent on. That's why we got them few little checks, and that was it. And the rest of the money went overseas. They ain't give us nothing else. They gave away billions, claiming they was in such a jam and the deficit too high. But as soon as that war broke out, they opened up the bank book quick, sending billions of dollars over there. And ain't give us nothing. I'm gonna get off into interracial marriage. Having to watch TV. Back in the day, you had black shows. Shows that talk about so-called African American families and all that. Good times. Cosby Show and stuff like that. Now they got TV shows for for the so-called Asians, so-called Hamites, so-called Israelites. They got shows like that. Now it's just like we're being erased. We're being whitewashed, and that's what the oppressor been trying to do for the longest, but they ain't been able to do it. They ain't been able to whitewash us. Can't do it. We're gonna start with a misconception that the Christian church teach. We're going to Genesis 6 and 1. Reads, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. It's 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, and they were fair. As you read the sons of God, they automatically thought they was talking about angels. They thought they was talking about angels coming down. No, he was talking about the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's what he was talking about. And they took them wives of all which they choose. Most I already told them, don't mess with them other nations. They ain't going to mix it with the other nations. He said, I made you to be a holy people unto me, He said, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. And that's another thing, there was giants walking around. They was talking about men of renown, had a reputation of being warriors, master strategists and all that, And also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old and men of renown. So that's what they meant, they was powerful men, politically, military speaking, and all that, and the scripture goes on, Most High, feel sorry they made man, decided he was going to have a flood, So that's what we get, we get punishment for not following Most High's laws. Like they'll have you think if you happen to sleep with an Israelite, you sleeping outside your race. No, the 12 tribes is your race. It is everybody else is not in your race. If the 12 tribes, you can marry anybody out. You got 12 tribes to marry. 12 tribes of women to marry out of. But if they'll rather go to some Edomite, and get married or get made a fool of, or some other heathen that they ain't supposed to be messing with. That's why we have so many problems. If we go to Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Around 7:3 it reads. I'm starting verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whether thou go to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3, neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter they shall not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they would turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars, break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And that's what they need. We need to get. We need to get. We are that special people. We ain't a bunch of niggas, spigs, wetbacks, and savages. No, we are holy people. We're special people under God. We may not be nothing to the oppressor, but so what? We just don't be nothing to him. But there's gonna be a day where he gonna be on his knees, kissing your boots. That's right. That's what he gonna be. You know. But for certain, the Most High did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people. But ye were the fewest of all people. You know, just think about it. He set up laws for us. You know, we're like we're supposed to go into those other nations and marry, take our sons to their daughters and our daughters to their sons. We ain't supposed to have nothing to do with them. Matter of fact, we're supposed to kill them off. That's right. You know, just kill them off. You know, and if we didn't kill them, we'll show them no mercy. Yeah, we have them right up on our foot. Yeah, our foot right on their neck. You know. So, you know, the Most High God with us, we follow these laws, statutes, commandments. No, we don't have nothing to do with you. You know, not a thing to do with you. First Esdras 8:84. You know, that's the thing about us. We get a little money, we feel like women that's off in the hood ain't good enough no more. You know, you feel like they're not beautiful enough. Right. We have the most beautiful women there is among the 12 tribes. All right. And we have the most beautiful women. Ain't nothing like it. You know, they got a little mouth on them, but they all right. They all good. Like sir. What is up? Sister Brandy say, what book and chapter you at? First Esdras 8:84. Wow. You know, it ain't nothing like a 12 tribe man. Because, you know, you got too many women out there trying to, want to say a high quality man is not found among the nation of Israel. They the Edomites, they're the Ishmaelites, they're the Moabites, they're the Ammonites, you know, they're the Hamites. They figure that they high quality men because, you know, they have money, they have power, they have prestige, you know. So they like put us on the back burner. Like we ain't good enough for them. We ain't changed as men to the same. As soon as a brother gets some money, you see him with a white girl on his own. That's right. And then, you know, and then he don't get no pretty white girl. So and if we do, he get some everybody else trailer park through with him. They let you have. You know, like take Kanye and Kim Kardashian. How many brothers has she ran through before he got her? Right. She like made all kind of sex tapes and stuff. You know, really open the white to them. Everybody seen that tape. You know, I'm not even internet friendly, and I seen it. You know, I even caught wind at the tape, but I would be off into none of that me. Right. You know, and he took her to wife. You know, again, you know, and then she gave him the business. Divorced him. You can't see his kids. You know. You know, it's just bad on now. You know, he done lost his ever-loving mind now. You know, want to be called yay now. Yay for what? What you yaying for? You know, that white girl done did you in. You gotta pay alimony, child support, and you know they get to them Edomites good. They put money in their pocket. Especially if you got money, she probably getting millions. She probably ain't got to do another magazine cover for the rest of her life because of those children he had by her. And that's the mistake he made. He went outside his race. He didn't think an Israelite was good enough. You know, he didn't think Ephraim was good enough. He didn't think another Judite just like him was good enough. He didn't think a Benjamite was good enough. He went right on to that trailer park trash, you know, that rich hoe, and basically defiled himself. That's all he did, you know. And that's about all he did. He made a fool of himself, you know. I mean, how you gonna control a hoe, you know, especially a white hoe? You know, you can't do nothing with that. You know, you can't do nothing with that. She gonna be the dog that she is. You know, we go to first Edges 8:84. Therefore, shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall you take their daughters unto your sons. Right. So that's what was repeating itself even in Ezra. Ezra was telling them the same thing, you know, because they keep doing it. They keep breaking the law. Right. You know, just like we still breaking the law now. You got women still out there messing with them heathens. Right. Don't think a Judite man is good enough or a Benjamite man is good enough. You know, they rather go to get flow over to Dubai somewhere and get defecated on, you know, just to get a BBL or you know or a breast lip or something like that. They'll do all kind of disgusting stuff with them heathens just to get for a little piece of change. You know. Verse 25. Moreover, you should never seek to have peace with them. So you don't even seek to have peace with them. No, I'm good. You get on, you know. I don't want nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. That's the way it's supposed to be. But that's the way they treat us anyway. They've been treating us that way. That's right. You know, ain't nothing changed. It's one of the most I tell you already. You know, don't have nothing to do with the other nations. The other nations don't care nothing about us. Like Edom, we ain't nothing to Edom, but copying their style by wearing dreads, you know, and we ain't nothing to the Hamites. And a lot of people think we are, especially the American community, you know, just because they'll slip, they say the Hebrews slept the Egyptians, which is right. That's of course they did. It's like if I could, you know what I'm saying? Your God, you know what I'm saying, is setting the platform for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants you to fall out to him. Like he giving you the blueprint on it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to love what your God love and hate what your God hate. You know what I'm saying? And then your Most High God, he love you. He love, you know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, all 12 tribes. And he hate any other nation that ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So just like Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20, he say he have not dealt so with any other nation. So you should not deal with these nations, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially an Edomite, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna come with a soothing tongue, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell you something that you really want to hear, man. And all along, he got a knife behind his back, man, ready to stab you. You know what I'm saying? And just like these other nations, man, you know what I'm saying? They hate you openly. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coming with no smooth tongue. You go into one of them Arab stores. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see how bad they talk to you, man, how bad they talk to your elders. Or you know what I'm saying? Or how disgustingly they come on to your women, man. You know what I'm saying? Our black, beautiful women. They come on to them disgustingly. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't give a damn about them. You know what I'm saying? They just want to do what they want to do with them and throw them away. You know what I'm saying? And the same with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Your love can only come from your own people, man. Therefore, we need to do like we brought out earlier, man. Like Zephaniah 2:1 say. That's why we should gather together, because we're not desired. And when these nations start to see that we are starting to love each other and start to consider one another, then you're gonna see how fearful they really are of you. They are already scared of you, and you one individual. You might hang with a group, you might got a gang, you know, that you hang with. Y'all might be 20, 30 deep, couple hundred deep, you know what I'm saying? But that don't scare them. You see, they go right in your neighborhood, man, to shoot up a grocery store. You know what I'm saying?
They do anything, you know what I'm saying? But when they start to see us stand up together as a nation, man, then they will see you'll see just how scared of them. I mean how they're scared of you, you know what I'm saying, and how much they fear your God, man.
Yeah, because they know when we're together, we as one, our Lord will fight for us.
That's right.
We ain't never lift a hand. Our Lord God will fight for us. You know, that's why they don't want us coming together. They want us still against each other, fighting among each other, bickering and all that. They know because they know that day we come together, it's all over with.
That's right.
They know that. Verse 85. Moreover, you should never seek to have peace with them, that you may be strong and eat the good things of the land, and that you may lead the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore. And that's what that's what they supposed to have did back then. They was never they had anything to do with other nations. You know, they showed us to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and we would be on high right now. But since they didn't, we at the bottom. You know, we're at the bottom because they didn't follow the law. You know, they didn't have on the follow the law. Drop down to 93. He said, "Let us make an oath to the Lord that we will put away all our wives, which we have taken of the heathen, with their children." So Most High, they know they take the Most High off. You know, they're gonna put there was a smoke in his nose, so to say. You know, so they hurry up, got rid of them heathen women and their children. Hey, y'all get on. My God ain't finna punish me for messing with you. You know, the Most High ain't playing. He say, don't mess with them, don't mess with them. You know, they don't have no love for you. You know, they just like I said, they love. This is one thing. As you read the Bible, you find out they know long as you ain't following these laws, statutes, commandments, you ain't following your God. They know they can win. They know they can win against you.
Could too, also. You know what I'm saying? Think about how much you gotta hate your own damn people, man, to go outside your race. You know what I'm saying? To be attracted to a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta look over all these beautiful women that you see on a day-to-day basis, man. That are your people. You know what I'm saying? That ain't brotherhood. That ain't sisterhood, man. You know what I'm saying? To go out and be attracted and desire another race, man. You know what I'm saying? With slanty eyes and built like an ironing board, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look past this woman that got more curves than than a damn Coca-Cola bottle, man, just to go get an ironing board, man. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And like I say again, man, it ain't brotherhood, it ain't sisterhood, man. You gotta hate yourself. You gotta look in your mirror and hate what you see to go out and desire some that don't look nothing like you. You know what I'm saying? That don't look like you, that is not your people. You know what I'm saying? God don't love them. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show how much self-hate that we got for our people. You know what I'm saying? To look at a whole nother nation of people, man, and desire that over your own. That's all I had.
Yeah, it just reminds me of that movie Jungle Fever way back in the day.
Right. You know, you talking about Salaki with Samuel Jackson.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh, it was Wesley Snipes. Con, they got pulled over. They were play fighting or whatever, and
Yeah, and then just goes to show you. You see his wife. His wife red bones in the fullest, light, bright, almost white.
Right.
But he had to have an actual dog. He had to have a full blown dog. You know, he had a beautiful wife.
Right.
You know, she could pass for white. You know, that's how bright she was. But no, he had to taste the bitter fruit. That's what he had to do. He had to taste that bitter fruit. You know, that's what he wants. And that's all you get when you go outside your nation. You get bitter fruit.
That's right.
You know, it ain't nothing, if you get, let's say you married, to somebody outside your race, raise your children. If you married to an Edomite, you offer this truth, no, you can't leave them. But guess what? You raise up the best Edomite children you can. They can be doctors and lawyers and come back to the neighborhood and help us out.
Right.
That's what you will want to do, always make people close to you, or you come back and do something for your people, that's what you'll want. That's what you'll want to do. You don't want your child to grow up, he grow up. He don't like you know, he like his father people. You know, his father might be Ishmael, and he hate blacks. You know, he got a lot of that out there. You know,
Right, right.
you know they like their father's side, but they can't stand their mother's side.
That's
They
right.
have nothing to do with it. You know, he figured like he better than them. He just don't know he on the bottom. You know, you really on the bottom. You know, but he just can't. You know, but just like these did in like these Israelites did in 9-3. They said they made an oath unto the Lord. They put away their strange women. You know, for them heathens. You know, put away, gonna pay it away with the kids we had. The kids went too. And that's when, you know, that's when you show them strength. You got rid of the woman and the kid.
That's right.
You know, that's when they know the Most High did not like that. He say, hey, you gone and take them brats with you. You know, that's what you do. You know, and that's what they supposed to have done. They know they had anger at the Most High. You know, the Most High is a long suffering guy, but hey, but he don't mind pulling out that belt either.
Right.
He don't mind putting some stripes on their back whatsoever. We go to Joshua 23:11.
Like if I could also got a brother in the comment, I am Judah. Say the whole mixed race thing is confusion. You know what I'm saying? But to to edify what you're saying, brother, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a such thing as mixed race. You know what I'm saying? A child can only be what his father is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who are mixed. You know what I'm saying? But I.S.U.P.K protocol, we're gonna ask you who the hell your damn father is. Sure. Because that's how the Most High guideline you. If you read any the genealogy, well, it was Genesis. Yeah. The book of Genesis, you know what I'm saying? That's genealogy, you know, that's genes. You know what I'm saying? You see that every person that's listed under there is begotten by the Father. You see what I'm saying? The Father, this Father begotten such and such. This man begotten this many kids, and he called them, you know what I'm saying? So to get right. The man carries the seed, man. You know what I'm saying? So you only are what your father is, man. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no confusion per se, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know who the hell your damn daddy is, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why women, that's the main reason why a woman shouldn't be a whore. You know what I'm saying? You got a woman sleeping with 5 different men. She don't know who the hell her damn daddy, who her kid's father is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why women don't supposed to have multiple husbands. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's wickedness and evil. But a man, ain't no confusion. With a man got 5 wives. All them kids know who their daddy is. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of them women know who their baby father is. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no confusion when you just go by the seed of the father. You know what I'm saying? And then you wouldn't have to worry about pulling up to your baby mama house and you got one child by and you got the McDonald's for your child and she on you because she got 4 other kids and you ain't bringing them no McDonald's. You say shit, the hell with them kids, them ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? Them ain't my damn kids. You know, if you would only stuck to one man and kept your legs closed, you know what I'm saying, and married one man, then you wouldn't have no problem like that. So you can't blame that man, you know what I'm saying, because he refused to feed children that ain't his. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if he was, you know, a big brother or he felt, you know what I'm saying, obligated or even entitled. If he had that heart to be a big brother, I.S.U.P.K protocol, like we don't care if you don't feed the other kids, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, I would do it simply because I would be a big brother to my son's sibling, you know what I'm saying? But don't never think I'm entitled or obligated, you know what I'm saying? I would feed any child, you know what I'm saying, me myself personally. But you know, that brother wasn't entitled, nor was he obligated, you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't deal with no problems like that if you only dealt with one man, man. And that's why the Most High God don't want you mixing races any goddamn way, man. Because all it does is cause confusion. That white man bring them children home, and they look dark skinned. Think about how his family gonna treat them kids. You know what I'm saying? And those are white babies. You see what I'm saying? That's their own nation, but they gonna treat them differently because of their skin color. You know what I'm saying? That's confusion. You see what I'm saying? But it's not confusion when you only lining up the children by the seed of the father. That's all I had.
This is the thing about that. if you be with a Edomite and you black, that child's black. That's been the same for what, a couple hundred years.
Right.
And we got an ounce of black off in him, he black.
Right. That's right. That's right.
That's the way they do it,
They call him mulatto or something like that.
Yeah, they call him mulatto. Call him mulatto, they also have some really bad names. They call them. I don't even want to say them.
Right, right.
That's just real hurtful, because we are beautiful people.
That's right. That's right.
Ain't nothing like us. We look. I look at white people in a different light now. Knowing that they evil.
That's right.
Knowing that they the level that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Knowing that, even though they say hello, bro. Hello, sir. Like I said, the words be smooth as butter.
Right.
But war being this hard.
That's right.
He gonna come to you smooth. Just see can he catch you slipping.
I mean, so like if I could also, man, I personally don't even have no sympathy for them even after they kiss my damn boot, man. You know what I'm saying? Kiss my boot, I'm still ready to put my foot up your head, man. I mean, it's like for my life, you know what I'm saying? But I still hate who my father hate, man. And that's how you have a perfect love for your damn people, man. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't dare walk past your a brother or sister, you know what I'm saying, of your own damn nation without satisfying any of their needs. You know what I'm saying? If you show as much hate for your the nation that your father hates, man. You know what I'm saying? Be just like your father, like I said earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? He set the tone. You know what I'm saying? He tell you exactly how he feel about other nations. You have that same feeling. And don't you water it down. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't you diminish it. You know what I'm saying? You keep that same energy that your father got, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have.
Yeah, but see, this is one thing they gotta realize. They need to read Romans 9:13 and say, right. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. He made Esau just to hate him, to destroy. He built Esau up to a powerful nation, just to tear him down like he did Egypt, Babylon, the Persian Medes, all of them. He made all of them power. Just for him to bring them down. He'll show them that I am the true God. You think you got it. I'm going to show you who is the true God. For the things you did unto my children, they're gonna be punished. That's right. They're gonna be punished. We go to Joshua 21:23 and 11. We gotta learn, to love our own. That's what we need to do. That's right. Love our own. I know things out here crazy. Things crazy. No guys, killing each other left and right. We gotta start loving our own. We're that special people. We ain't no bunch of. I remember one time they had a word for us. They called us super predators back in the 90s. Hillary Clinton called us that, super predators. That's what I say. Clinton. Both of the Clintons were racist anyway. Right. So we expected. After the wool came off everybody's eyes, they found out how Clinton was. That's when they wanted a new president. Everybody thought Clinton, because he wore shades, played the saxophone, smoked weed, he's the closest thing to black. Right. And he wasn't, even though that's our brother, he ain't black. He Edomite. Through and through. I don't care how good he played the saxophone, smoked weed, he was not one of us. Joshua 3:11 read, take good heed therefore unto yourself, that you love your God. Else if you do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them, and they to you. Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you. So just let you know, you go in there and mix with some other nations, he ain't driving them out, the other nations out. You're gonna have to fight them by yourself. You all on your own. for not following these commandments. Now, this is Joshua. He took Moses' place. This is Joshua telling the same thing Moses taught them. They didn't listen to Moses. Now they up here, they don't want to listen to Joshua. You know, so whatever prophet came along, they did not want to listen to. He said, okay, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from off this good land which the Lord your God has given you. I mean, you done trekked all through the wilderness for 40 years. Just you got the laws, statutes, commandments from Moses. Joshua kept it coming, kept it going with the law, statutes, commandments. You still go and mess with the heathens,
right?
How do you speak like I said? Most High say, you on your own. You drive them out. I ain't driving nobody else out if you mess with. I ain't driving nobody else out. You have to drive them out your own, and that's when the Most High allowed you to be defeated. He'll allow you to be defeated of disobedience. We're gonna Judges 3 and 5. This thing about it, just because like I have friends that are married Africans, that are married Israelites, and I'm gonna tell you, marriage didn't last no longer than a year after they found out they had 10 other wives. They found out they had 10 other wives. Say, don't tell me you didn't know that. You know that they've been showing that on TV, that stuff on TV for the longest. They practice polygamy. And that's what they call
polygamy. Polygamy.
They practice that. They have multiple wives. And just like in I.S.U.P.K, we have multiple wives.
That's right.
This is the thing about it. What's the thing about it? You dealing with a heathen. When you dealing with I.S.U.K, you dealing with a righteous man.
That's right.
You dealing with a most high, power, fear man. And it would be righteous. Judges 3 and 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons and served their gods. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord their God, and served Baalim and the grove. See, they went back, messed with the other nations, and started serving their false gods. And so the Most High didn't like that. That's the one thing if you want to die, serve another God. You will die. You probably don't die right then and there. You're gonna die spiritually. You're gonna die spiritually. Verse 8. Therefore, the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of Chusa and Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia, and the children of Israel served Chusa and Rishathaim 8 years. So that's the way they had to do a little slavery.
Right.
It was more like almost like a indentured service. When you do a short period of time like that.
Right.
But that's what the Most High let them know. If I say don't mess with them nations, don't mess with them nations.
That was a warning.
Yeah. I'm talking about we kept on doing it to the biggest punishment, serving after these other guys. We end up going through the transatlantic slave trade. That's what ended up happening to us because we serve other guys. That's what happened. I'm going to go to Genesis 24 and 1. Let's think about it, and you always want to teach your children to stick to their own, because I remember back when I was young, they had a song called Heaven and Island, Living in Perfect Harmony, and that song was so false, because we was not living in perfect harmony, and it was that was Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney, saying about how black and white get along together. Y'all probably get along. But the rest of us, we ain't getting along. We let each other float. They want to kill us, we want to kill them. The feeling mutual. Genesis 24:1. Abraham was old and well stricken in age, and the Lord had blessed Abraham all things. Abraham said unto his eldest servant of his house, that ruled over all that he had, put, I pray thee, thy hand under thy thigh, under my thigh. When he was saying that, put his hand under the thigh, he went, come here, I got something I need to tell you when somebody want done. Hearken unto my words. So I will make thee swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son or the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell. Leave them know. When I'm gone, do not have my son mess with them heathens. Even though I live around these Canaanites, I don't want him to have them as a wife. Verse 4, but thou shalt go into my country and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. And the servant said unto him, peradventure, the woman will not be willing to follow me unto this land. Must I needs bring thy son again into the land from whence thou camest? Abraham said unto him, beware thou that thou bring not my son thither again. The Lord of God of heaven, which took me from my father's house and from the land of my kindred, and which spake unto me, and that swear unto me, saying, unto thy seed will I give this land, he shall send his angel before thee, and thou shalt take a wife unto my son from thence. In other words, he wanted him to go back to where he was from and marry and get him a wife from his family. That's when he went to Rebecca's brother Laban, and choose one of his daughters. That's what he wanted to do. He did not. They said Abraham, followed the law. Abraham followed that law. I don't care if we living around these people. I don't want my son messing with these people.
That's right.
I don't want it. I don't want that. I ain't. I don't want my deathbed. My son to marry the heathen. Just like I feel funny. My son walked through the door with some strong-headed dog. Like, man, where you pick that up at? That's all I said. Where you get that? You gotta take it back where you got it from.
Lock it, sir. Don't feed it. You don't want to stay.
I can't. So my kid, I've been not seeing nothing. I gotta try to guess. Well, you have a baby. I gotta guess what it is.
Right.
It better be 12 tries. If it looks suspect, I ain't claiming it. If it looks suspect, I'm not claiming it. But I tell you, his mama black and his dad is white. You messing with a white boy. Well, I broke all that down to my daughter. I said, you better get to know that man. Get to know his grandpa, and dad. Because whatever they is, that's what he is. You don't want to do that. All these good Black, Hispanic, Latinos, and First Nation people out there. You got to go choose a dog. You got to choose something that the Most High consider less than nothing. Like stubble for the win. That's how you feel about the other nations. You don't think nothing about it. And the fact we go to a scripture that really explains this. We go to Amos 3:1. This is what the Most High really feels about these other nations. And hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. To let you know, I ain't dealt with none of these people.
That's right.
Only dealt with you. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. For your sins, I'm going to punish them. Them other people can live how they want to. If they want to marry a donkey, they can. I don't care. And that's how the Most High felt, about you, Israel. That's what makes you such a special people. That's why, he tells you, do not have anything to do with the other nations. The other nations, they know what you get. And they trying their best to really, what they, how they put it, offset prophecy.
Right.
They're trying to offset the prophecy what's supposed to be going down but they can you know somehow stop it, which they can't stop it. It's already been written in stone. You know, it's been written thousands of years ago what was going to go down. You know, but that's them, and we are the I.S.U.K. We had nothing to do with them. You know, they come to a cookout, they get turned around. You know, we don't feed dogs. You know, we feed that dog, a four-legged dog. We ain't feeding you. You know, take it how you feel. You know, we look at our far own. You know, go to Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. You know, this thing about it. You know, like the Irish people do all kind of cookouts, and y'all have to check out. You know, the general that had Creflo Dollar saying tithing was not biblical.
Tithing was not biblical. So what he collected was?
He said he made a mistake. I think he was awesome. You know, but what was that? It's in what Malachi 3 and 8. Look like say, you know, by tithing, you know, like all of a sudden, you know, tithing is unlawful. So you want money, you know, I guess he ain't gonna take off for either. You know, I'm like, man, Creflo. I guess they're on the financial fast. I guess people went to complaining. Gas $4 or some a gallon, and we can't afford the 20% you want every month. You know, we can't afford that. So I guess starts, you know, went against the scriptures. You know, they say you're supposed to take that out, and he took that out. You know, so he gonna get cursed for taking it out because tithing is biblical. Your tenth of your earning, that is biblical. And they got Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. I mean, they got the whole list on them. They got all of what they got, all the Hamites, all the Moabites, and all the rest of them. They taking their fill of all of them. You know, they doing all kind of abominations. Well, they have taken all their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in this trespass. When I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle, plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down and stopped. And that priest was he was utterly hurt with what they did. You know, that's all they've been doing, telling them there is since the time of Moses, don't mess with them other nations.
That's right.
You know, and here they is, they went off and did it again. You know, rent his mantle, tore it up, pulled his hair out, pulled his beard out. You know, he did all that. You know, the Most High was going to punish them.
Like if I could. That's just like General Muhammad, man. You know what I'm saying? Imagine him, you know what I'm saying, finding out, you know, that the brothers have been dealing, you know what I'm saying? That he would be destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about how he would feel, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why brotherhood is so important, man. And we hold each other responsible for what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I.S.U.P.K, man, is so strong, man. You know the Lord is with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want no goddamn dealings with now one of these heathens out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We damn sure don't want to deal with the men. So just imagine about the damn women. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to just get back into your law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in class, man. Get in all black, man. Learn this truth, man. Stop living the way you living, man. Because you for sure to die, man. You for sure to die, man. You gotta follow this Bible to the T, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's imperative. It's for your life's sake, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop dealing with all these damn heathen, goddamn women, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you read about brothers You know, these white women, man, will kill you. You ain't watch Fatal Attraction? You know what I'm saying? You never seen Fatal Attraction? Got a blue-eyed, what was the blue-eyed butcher? Stabbed the brother 70, I was stabbed her husband 70 sometimes, man. What you imagine if she did that to her own damn people? Imagine what she would have did to you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's all I got, man. You know, I'm stopping.
Yeah, that's the thing about that, though. They you know what? The thing about it, they out in the streets on Friday, Saturday, they're up in church, all holy. You know, supposedly all holy on the Sunday.
Right.
You know, that's the thing about it. You know, first they got to learn what holy means.
That's right.
Holy means separate.
Set apart.
You set apart from the other nation. You set apart from sin.
Right.
You set apart from anything that has nothing to do with the Most High.
That's right.
You set apart from that. You know, I mean, you set apart from that Christian church. You know, you don't even have nothing to do with that because that's not teaching the law, statute, commandment. It teaches you the law, statute, commandment is done away with.
That's right.
They're teaching you can do anything you want as long as you say, Lord, forgive me. You know, that ain't rocking. Most High ain't rocking that. You know, he ain't hearing that. You know, and just like everybody celebrated 4th of July. I mean, I heard some of the firecrackers, and you know, I'm gonna read a verse, you know, and tell you what the Most High thought about the 4th of July. You know, even I'm gonna tell you exactly what he thought about the 4th of July. You know, and all the rest of the holidays that's coming up. You know, you got you got Labor Day coming up and all that. Halloween, all this stuff coming up, and this is what the Most High feel about it. I hate Amos 5:21. I hate and I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. I mean, hey, that barbecue you cooked yesterday, Most High didn't smell that. Matter of fact, that whole day, the Most High say he hated. He despised it. You know, he despised it. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I would not accept. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. He said, hey, he ain't smelling that food, he ain't not accepting that food, nothing. You know, he not doing it. Take thou away from me the noise of thy song. I mean, all y'all, the whole family, all 50 y'all holding hands, saying a prayer. The Most High did not hear that prayer.
That's right.
He did not hear. You know, he shut his ears up. He said, you know, take away from me the noise of thy songs, for I would not hear the melody of thy mouth. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. You know, that's what the Most High feel about these holidays that's coming up that you love to celebrate. You know, now, you know, the Christian church really need to be ashamed of itself because, you know, instead of having kids go out for trick-or-treat Halloween, they have it up in the church now, the can and stuff. They celebrate a known pagan holiday. They already, you know, Christmas is a pagan holiday, but they know straight off the bat Halloween is. They'll let the kids celebrate that off in their church. And the Most High just hate and despise all of it. We're going to go back to Ezra 10:10. This was when after you know, Ezra read his mantle, you know, we had to I guess he had to go have a word with the Most High. You know, when he did, you know, this, you know, and this is what it says. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, "You have transgressed and they broke the law, and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel." Verse 11. Now, therefore, make confessions unto the Lord God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. Verse 12. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, "As thou hast said, so must we do." So, you know, Most High, Israel done told them, you know, ticked off the Most High with this. How much longer you gonna do that? So we at least about 5 prophets saying the same thing to them. This is how stiff-necked hard headed we is. You know, this is how stiff-necked hard it is. We will not follow these laws, statutes, commandments. You know, Well, but we always had a prophet to tell you, just like we have now, the I.S.U.K, the prophets of, the priests and prophets of an I.S.U.K tell you about your transgressions, where you going wrong, whether you want to hear us or not, you know. You go to 1 Kings 11 and verse 11 and start at 1. 11 and 1. 1 Kings. Yeah, like I said, it was always a prophet to tell you about your transgression, And the thing about it, we can there's a lot of people be watching our video and they just watch just check us out, you know, then they get among each other and they talk about it. Y'all think they tell the truth about anything? You think they who they say they are? Yes, we are who we say we are. We live this life. We unlike you, we got time to say. We got time. We wanted to live better lives. We ain't want to be punished by the Most High. We wanted the covenant. That's what we wanted. 1 Kings 11 and 1 is, but King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, Hittites. Solomon had a wife. Solomon, he really went off the chains.
That's right.
Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, you shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn your heart after their gods. Solomon claimed unto these in love. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old, because when Solomon got old, they got in his mind. They got in his mind that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father. Solomon, he was one of the wisest men there was. He had people come from all around, asking for his advice. But when he got in his old age, all them different married all those strange women they weren't supposed to marry, they turned him away from. That's another reason. Even a great man will fall. The greater Solomon, who's greater than Solomon? Well, no man greater than Solomon, and they turned his heart away from him. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as David his father. Solomon just completely, started following them old the idols, the Bible gods. And that's when the kingdom was ripped from his hand. He had united the kingdom. And now it's split in two again. We can go to Nehemiah 13. To 23. Nehemiah 13:23, and it reads, and in those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And this is Nehemiah, so say marry strange women. Moab, Ashdod, and Ammon, they'll be so-called Asian, And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language. It's just like that. They can't speak in the English, just like that. They don't speak good English now. But according to the language of each people, they spoke their mother's tongue, but they couldn't speak their father's tongue. Verse 25, and I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, you shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause him to sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our God and marry strange women, so strange wives? These prophets telling them over and over again about what they do. You know, they keep telling them. You know, these prophets keep telling them about about marrying these strange women. This is why I say interracial marriage. You know, as long as you marry within 12 tribes, you know, you're doing good. You know, but they have you think, you know, if you marry an Israelite, you know, you ain't marrying outside the race. We're the same race. We black and brown. We got the same problem. We suffered under the same curses. We are the same people. You know, we are the same people. I'm going to go to 2 Corinthians 6. Start at 14. 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. Think about it, because I always used to wonder, you know, back when I was young, they used to have they had a lot of interracial marriages. You just wonder why them kids be messed up. Because they can choose to be either one. They can choose to be black, they can choose to be white. They don't know how they look. If they look like they can pass for white, they'll act like a white person for a time. And then come to the hood, they black. It was 6 and 4, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. And that's the main reason why you don't want that. You don't want your kids messed up. You don't want the kids messed up. They don't know what they is. 2 Corinthians 6 and 14 it reads, but be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. It's like, don't be with somebody that's not believe in these law, statutes, and commandments. But what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? None. You righteous, and the person you hang around unrighteous, some got to give. Some gonna have to give. And what communion have light with darkness? Nothing. You got light and you got dark. You got the sun, you got the moon. And what concord have Christ with Belial? Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel? Like Christ ain't got nothing to do with Belial. That false God. The demon. He ain't got nothing to do with that demon. He said, and he that believeth with an infidel. I mean, that's a imposter. He's trying to sneak in. And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. Right here. You are the temple of the living God. As God has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. That's all we trying to say right now. We'll start following these law, statutes, commandments, and we will be the Most High's people, and He gonna be our God. That's all Most High wants us to do, to follow His law, statutes, and commandments. Purge yourself. Make your flesh hurt. Come back to where you're supposed to be. Back to Ezra 9 and 12. But see, think about it. Since they got this all these operations and stuff, and they got these heathen women getting the thick lips, getting the fillers in their lips, they getting the Brazilian, the BBLs, trying to look, like a 12 tribe, woman. You know, they want too bad. You know, even though these like back in the days to talk about it, it's all you know, you fat, you got a big butt. That's what the white folks used to say about black women that was shapely. They used to call them fat. They just don't know they was fine and wine. You know, but that's the oppressor, you know, that they couldn't stand it because they wanted to look like that. You know, it took me a long time to figure out they wanted to look like that. Why you think they every white man cheat on his wife? He cheated. He was with a black one. He had to have half or something of that. So, that's what 9 and 12. Now, and you know, it's a real core thing. And therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons, we will take their daughters unto your son, or seek their beasts or their wealth forever, that you may be strong and eat the good of the land and live for a heritage to your children forever. That's a real current theme off in this. You know, it keeps saying that, you know, don't take your sons to their daughters, don't take your daughters to their sons. You know, say don't do that to your children. But Israel gonna be cursed. You know, Israel gonna be cursed for that. You know, I mean, just think, wow, who actually want their child dating somebody that oppresses us? All these nations that's off in America that left their country oppressing us. They got stores in our neighborhoods. They got all kind of business in their neighborhood. They get fat off us, you know. But then you want to go off and marry one, and while they gonna be, you know, making a killing off us, you know, that just don't seem right to me. All right, we go to Deuteronomy 22 and 9. I'm saying, you know, a lot of people need to learn that. Them people getting rich off us, and you want to go marry one. You know, you want to go marry one. You want to have children by one. Wish, wish my daughters would have show me a picture on Instagram or something like that. Somebody, this is my baby. I ask who what his daddy is. They say that he white or African. That's when I had to make me a special trip, and I don't go nowhere. You know, I had to make a special trip. You know, Deuteronomy 22 and 9. You know, this was most high, making a metaphor. Thou shalt not sow the vineyard with divers seed, lest the fruit of the seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled. It was most high compared dealing with other nations with the seed, you know, gonna be defiled, you know. Then they say, you know, thou shalt not plow with an ox and an ass together. Both of them stuff. So how you gonna get something done? With an ox get stupid, then a donkey get stupid. You stuck right there. They gonna sit down and they ain't gonna move. You know, they ain't moving nowhere. You know, and thou shalt not wear a garment or a diamond sword as of woolen and linen together. And thou shalt not make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture where thou cover thyself. You know, but this is the most I just tell you, just make telling the metaphor about messing with the other nations. You know, that they are even most high like these against it. You know, I know you probably see some, like I said, they making themselves for you to get them. They waiting for the next basketball player, football player with a $1 million contract, the next rapper. They waiting on, but they can have. You go to Leviticus 19 and 19. You know, they wait on them because they want that money. They don't want nobody in the hood to have it. They want to keep it all to themselves. They want to they want us to destroy the people. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and we get us to take the Most High off. You know, Most High did that like that. Leviticus 19 and 19. You should keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingle the linen and will it come upon thee. That's Most High saying it again, saying the same thing. Then you know, don't do that. Now we're gonna go over to 20 and 26. Leviticus 20 and 26. And you shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that you should be mine. And it shows you right there. He severed you from those people that you have nothing to do with. So, because you are his own special people, you know. And just further, so let's go to let's see, that's the second Ezra 6 and 56. Second Ezra 6 and 56, and it reads, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
That's right.
But be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Some other nations ain't nothing. Why you trying to mix in with them? Both they have nothing to the Most High. They ain't nothing. They count it as nothing. You know, they count it as nothing. You know, he made the world for our sake. You know, not nobody else. You know, this is the thing about it. If you go up above it, verse 54, it says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Like I said, we all came from Adam, but he only chose 12. 12 nations of people. He only chose 12. That's all he chose. He didn't choose the Edomites. He did not choose the Hamites. He didn't choose the Ishmaelites. He chose the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Judges 14 and 3. That's the thing about it, when it's just sick about stomach when I see a black woman walking down the street holding hand in hand with Edomite. I mean, they just sticking me to my stomach. Or see a brother, a Jake, hand in hand with a white girl. I'm like, man, come on now. And that's something I never did, you know. Because I already know how they feel about it. We're gonna get neck close, but they don't know no better, but we trying to teach, you know, that it's wrong to be, messing with the other nations. You got 12 tribes to choose from. 12. You can't go wrong. You got 12 to choose from. Judges 14 and 3. And it reads, then his father, this would be Samson's mother and father talking to him because he wants a wife. Then his father and mother said unto him, is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? 7 said unto his father, get her for me, for she pleases me well. So this is a judge, a mighty judge, strongest man to ever live. Someone who they made Greek mythology Hercules about. It's about Samson. That's what we actually Hercules to get Hercules from Samson, because he had great strength. But he loved those strange women. He loved. He had to have. He would not. He would not choose a woman from the 12 tribes, not even his own tribe of Dan. He was a tribe of Dan, which got swallowed up into Manasseh. He wouldn't choose none of them, but nothing in the world. He had to have him he. He had to have that Hamite. And that Hamite gave exactly what he wanted. He ended up losing his spirit his strength, they can't put his eyes out, you know, and he ended up dying with all the heathens, you know, when he could have just stayed away from that woman, you know, and deal with the Lord and still kept killing the Philistines. And the Most High set that in place because he wanted Samson to deal with those Philistines. That's exactly what Samson did. But, you know, he messed, you know, so he had to use him in another way. I'm going to go to the Apocrypha, Tobit 4 and 12. This this thing about, you know, like every great man, you know, like even David, you know, David never messed with no strange woman, but he messed with he had a person killed, you know, to get to marry their wife, and he got punished for that. Solomon, the son of Solomon, one of the greatest men ever lived, you know, got to be an old man, and Tobit 14 and 12. No, 4 and 12. Excuse me, 4 and 12. This thing about you want to direct your children, you know, about who they date. You want to find out who they date, you know, especially off in this truth. You want to know who they are dating, you know, making sure they is not breaking the law, you know, and cause the Most High to bring his wrath on them because they ain't hearing this. You know, they hearing it, you know, they soaking it all up. And, you know, we don't want them to get older and then forget what they learned. You know, in Tobit 4 and 12, and it reads, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe, for we are the children of the prophets. Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. So Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they ain't getting no strange women. They got women from their own tribe, their own kindred. You know, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. That's exactly who they went after. They was blessed. And he told them, most I told Abraham he was gonna bless, you know, his seed. They're gonna be you know, they're gonna be as the same as the seed can't be measured or counted. You know, that's what we did. You know, go to Exodus 34 and 14. This is a good thing about that, you know we got a blessing coming if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, those who don't want to follow it, you know, they're between you and the Most High. As far as me and my house, we should serve the Lord. Because going back is no option. It's Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shall worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go and horn after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go and horn after their gods, and make their sons go and horn after their gods. Thou shalt make thee no molten gods. You know, the feast of unleavened bread shall thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I commanded thee in the time of the month of Abib, for in the month of Abib thou camest out from Egypt. This is the Most High, you know, this is the Most High telling Moses these laws, you know, this all the way through the Bible about not mingling with the other nations, you know, or, you know, like I said, interracial marriage. Like I said, you know, like I said, you know, they call them mixed, you know, only thing mixed is like a dog or a cat. That's something that can be mixed. You know, as far as human being, you can't mix them. You know, you are what your father is.
That's right.
You know, that's one thing you learn, you know, there ain't no such thing as a mixed breed human. That man is a black, you know, white, Israelite, you know, Hamite, one or two, whatever his father is, that's who he is, you know. You know, that's a thing about it. You know, I used to hear that all the time. Mix this and mix that. You know, and you know, such thing is mixed. You know, it's about it's about who your father is. And this thing about it, you know, I wonder why. You know, I used to wonder why it was so hard on us. And after reading this, I found out. You know, we just broke the law continuously, again and again and again. Every time we're in there, you know, before he's finna destroy us, send a prophet to us. We'll say, we ain't gonna do it no more. You know, we're gonna stop that. Then they go right back and do it again, you know. And then he'll send another prophet. They'll stop and go back and do it again. You know, that's what I don't understand. I'm gonna go to Ephesians 5:22. Anything about it, you know, you got the you know, got a wife, you know, this would be good advice for her. He said, Ephesians 5:22 in the reads, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. And he is the savior of the body. You know, jump down to 25, say, husband, love your wife, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So, you know, love your wife. And husband, you know, wives, you want to love your husband. Don't look nowhere else. You know, don't look nowhere else for nothing else. That's gonna be your husband. That's gonna be your husband. You know, just like that's gonna be your wife. That's gonna be your wife. So we go to Jeremiah. I think it's 8:1. No, 3:1. Sorry, 3:1. Yeah, this is right here. You know, it's one of those big by scriptures at Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet again to me, saith the Lord. So that's the most high, giving you a metaphor. You know, went out there and played the hoe, and now you want to come back to me after you know got your butt whooped. You know, that's what the most high saying, you know. Now you come back to me, you know, you polluted, you know. And that be the same, like, you know, a brother was married to a woman, you know, she went off with another man, and he go back into her again. He's saying, you know, he's saying, you know, you ain't supposed to do that. This is my last scripture, Romans 13:11. This thing about it, you know, our people need to, you know, wake up, you know, time getting short. Time is getting very, very short. You know, you don't know when this war gonna break out. You know, they still off it in they sins, you know, they don't want to hear anything righteous, just like what is that Isaiah 30:10 when it say to the seers, see not, and say to the prophets, prophesy not to us right things, prophesy to the smooth things, prophesy to seats. You know, that's what they want to hear. You know, that's why the Christian church is so big. You know, that's why the Christian church and a lot of these fake camps they got around here. That's why they so big. They prophesy to seats to them. They don't tell them what thus says the Lord. Romans 13:11 reads, and that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. whether we know it or not, time get close before we even know. You know, it can happen. It can happen tonight. And you'll say, Lord, I ain't ready. Too bad. It's just too bad. You know, because you had all this time to get yourself right, and you ain't want to get right. You ain't even halfway try. But the Lord said He would rather have you hot or cold. So but lukewarm, I'll spew you out my mouth. That's trouble with too many people. They lukewarm. You know, they ain't hot or cold. You know, they lukewarm. You see that? You know, that's end of my class. It's free salt, 500 Yahweh. Shalom Bashim Ashab to the brothers out there. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Bashim Ashab to the sisters out there. You know, just tune in tomorrow. We got priest also 500 Kabbalah teachers Wednesday night law class. And Kwame Yashab.
Yourself.